I'm about to show you something that is so ridiculously hot. Pretty much, I'm trying to say, like, get your girl out of the room. If you're watching this with your girl right now, remove her from the room, because if she sees this, don't blame me if she's calling out my name in bed tonight, okay? You've been warned.
I could fuck you all the time. I could fuck you all the time.
Oh! Can you believe it? I got prototype slosh merch. This is not going on sale, but be ready because the pre-sale is going up never at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So be there. Be ready for it at sloshmerch.com. I don't know. Don't go to that website. It's probably a hack. Boys, there's a serious issue we need to talk about. I'm working on my DCEU tier list right now, but I had to take a second to stop and go on another rant like I did with the GTA 6 trailer and get a bunch more people angry. Or maybe you'll agree with me this time because I think it's a pretty agreeable topic. The MCU has killed our boy. Kingpin is not a fucking cool villain anymore. The MCU has ruined Kingpin, okay? I was just like everyone else. When they announced that Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox were coming back and surprising their roles as Daredevil and Kingpin, just as excited as the next person. But they have completely fucked up Kingpin. Daredevil, I'm not going to complain about Daredevil because first of all, we haven't seen too much Daredevil, and the little glimpses we've gotten, it seems like our boy is safe. So Daredevil is fine. They haven't done much with Daredevil yet, but I am not the biggest fan of what they've done with Kingpin. I need to go on a bit of a rant about this because it pisses me off. Fuck you, Marvel. You have such a good base work, okay? You have the perfect base work for this fucking villain. He was amazing in the Daredevil show. Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio crushed it out of the park. How do you take that and fuck it up so badly? Okay, if you don't know why this just randomly came to topic, Echo dropped last night. Echo, the new limited series of Marvel, the first M-rated show, the first mature show. Kingpin, the return of Kingpin. That's all you saw in the fucking trailers was the return of the king or whatever. And it was basically Kingpin coming back. First of all, Kingpin does not have that big of a role. He should not have been the forefront. They just knew how bad of a show it was because it's bad. We'll get into that in a second. Consider this like sort of a not slosh scale, but sort of slosh scale. Echo is not good. But that is not what I came here to complain about today. I came here to mainly complain about Kingpin. First of all, he is not exactly great in the show. He's not exactly like a big part of the show, which is weird because of how much he's in the marketing. Now, you can, manipulate marketing and whatever you want, but they have a good bit of marketing that's focused on Daredevil and Kingpin to the point where you thought Daredevil and Kingpin are probably going to be two major components in the show. They're not. I guess Kingpin is in a decent bit. Daredevil literally is in one fight, and that whole fight is pretty much in the trailer because that's the best part of the show, is the fight at like the first 10 minutes. There's like this really cool fight scene. That's it. The show starts off at that fight, which is up here, and then just plummets down so fast after that. It's so upsetting to see because I actually thought the trailers for this show at first were getting me pretty hyped. Like that first trailer for Echo drop, I had totally written off Echo. I was like, why are they even making this? This thing's gonna suck ass. And then we got that first trailer and I was like, wow, that's actually not a bad first trailer. And I got excited again until I saw that every trailer after that was Kingpin, and then I was immediately like, okay, they're playing with nostalgia here. They do not have a good show. They know they don't have a good show. And then they announced they're dropping it all at once. And that was the big giveaway that this fucking thing was gonna suck. I don't know why anyone had much faith in this, but I will be honest, I had a little bit of faith. I did, because I did think that first trailer was still pretty good. So I went in with a little bit of faith. They're going mature. Maybe they actually will do something. This show sucks. I could talk to you about how the plot goes nowhere. There's no character development for Maya or Echo. She literally is like in the final 5 minutes of the show, just embraces her family and moves on with her life. I'm going to spoil a bit of the show here. I don't think any of you care. You shouldn't watch it. It's not good enough. Don't waste your time. Don't stay up till 3 a.m. like I did just to watch it. It's not that great. I just wanted to see my boy Kingpin. But guess what? This show was pretty much them taking our boy Kingpin, bending him over, fucking straddling his cock by the balls and chopping them up right in front of us. They made fucking chop suey out of his ball sack in this fucking show. They ruined his character. I'm pissed. Do I sound triggered enough? No, I should keep going. It's such a good character in Daredevil because they cement his power. I feel like the scene that really cemented Kingpin as a great villain in Daredevil was when he took the car door to the guy's head and just went to town on that dude, that cemented, oh shit, this is a guy you do not want to fuck with. And I thought we might be getting a bit more of that Kingpin, because the shots with him like really bloody and stuff. There was one time Kingpin goes berserker mode in this show, one time, and it's not like on some big villain or anything. It's not on Maya, it's not on anyone. It is on like a crippled 50-year-old just tired old ice cream parlor worker. Like, wow, that Kingpin's back, baby. Woo, he's back. Yeah, like what? He beat the shit out of like a 50-year-old that was just like mad that this kid was doing normal kid stuff. Like, you can't blame the guy for being a little bit agitated at kids that probably all act like that. I'm sorry. Yeah, was the guy a bit of an asshole towards Maya? Sure. It's not like badass to see Kingpin go and beat the shit out of this old guy that can't even fight back when he used to go toe-to-toe with fucking Daredevil. Which, I mean, this even extends back beyond Echo. Echo is not the main reason his character is ruined. It started with Hawkeye. What the hell is this? I'm just gonna put it on screen and you can see how they fucked up my boy. Why would they put him in this like Hawaiian outfit? This is like Kingpin if he was retired. What is this? This is not what Kingpin wears. This was the stupidest thing ever. And then the fact, okay, Haley Steinfeld, you know, more power to you. I'm sure she's a very strong, independent woman. Haley Steinfeld is not going toe-to-toe with Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin. I'm sorry, what's the height difference on them? Isn't Haley Steinfeld like 5'7", 5'4", somewhere in that range? And Vincent D'Onofrio is like a 6'2" giant who's like 5,000 pounds of pure muscle. I'm sorry, I don't care what... She's not even like a trained assassin or anything. She's like a high school student that looked up to Hawkeye and got good with a bow and arrow. And she's going toe-to-toe with Kingpin? It seems like Marvel does not know how to make an intimidating villain, because they have Kang get fucking demolished by Ant-Man and a group of ants. And then they have Kingpin get beat up by a high school girl. Actually, he gets bullied. He does not even get, like, he throws a couple of punches at Haley Steinfeld, or what, Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop's her name. Yeah. He throws a couple of punches at Kate Bishop, but he doesn't do jack shit to really cement his power in that. He is actually getting bullied by a high school girl, and that was just a bit sad to see. And I thought that was his low point. Like, there's no way Echo can fuck up Kingpin worse than they did. They fucked up Kingpin worse than they did in Hawkeye. How is that even possible? Okay, I get that I'm really triggered about this, but I'm really triggered because I love the Daredevil show. I love the Daredevil show. If you haven't watched the Daredevil show, what are you doing with your life? That is one of the best TV, I wouldn't even go so far to say best like comic book TV shows. That is just one of the best TV shows I've ever watched, period. That is such a good show. And they had such a good character in there for a perfect base. You just do what you did in that show and bring them over. You didn't have to you didn't have to change anything and then go and try to make all these stupid ass changes. So basically he comes back in Echo. For the first episode, it's more of a recap, so you see him before Hawkeye, and so basically it's recapping Hawkeye, so you don't have to watch that shitty show. And then he's bedridden for like the next 2 episodes pretty much. He comes back at the end of the 3rd episode, but for like the next 2 episodes, the first 2 episodes I should say, he's pretty much just bedridden in the show. He has his like eye patch and shit on. I get that's like a thing out of the comics, is he gets shot in the eyes and he's like blind or something. I think that's something like that actually happens in the comics, but it makes no sense that the man gets shot in the face by a trained assassin who I think would know where to shoot someone, or generally just anyone shooting anyone in the face is generally pretty deadly, but I guess the amount of muscle that Kingpin has in his head or something protected him. I don't know. That right there is kind of stupid, but you know, it's movie magic, it's MCU, fine, whatever. He survived, sure. However, Kingpin does nothing in this show again. He does nothing. Why do they keep just bringing Kingpin into these shows just to keep like saying the return of Kingpin and hyping up the return of Kingpin? It's like The Rock with In-N-Out Burger, like hyping up his first time eating In-N-Out, but with Kingpin being in the MCU for the first time. They've done that with 2 shows now. It is not the return of Kingpin. He returned in Hawkeye. You can't keep saying shit like that, but whatever. He's not bad. In episode 3 or episode 4, he gets a little bit of stuff to do, and he, you know, it's fine. It's like, whatever, sure, fine. He beats up that like old guy and whatever, and then they have the bloody hand shot that you saw in every single trailer to make you think that Kingpin was back when actually he has beat up a crippled dude. You know, overall, episode 4, he wasn't like awful and didn't like completely ruin his character, but episode 5, you know, at the end of episode 4, he goes rage mode. He's like, God damn it, bro. She left me. So you think, oh shit, he's about to go to town on Maya. He does not do shit. He literally fucking I don't know why I put my chair back. It just seemed like dramatic effect. He doesn't do anything against Maya. It is so upsetting to see. He goes overhead and does like is getting ready to do one of these bad boys, and Maya touches his forehead. Literally does like one of those bad boys, like taps his forehead, and he turns into a crying child again. Maybe there's like some cool reason to why she can do that. First of all, they don't explain what the hell her powers are. She has like some ancient bird people that were like clay that came to Earth somehow. They don't do any explaining in the show. It's so fucking rushed. I could go on and on about how the show sucks. I don't know how it has like a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes, because it deserves like a 2% for that one fight. The one moment where Daredevil's in the show, it's actually pretty good. But other than that, it kind of sucks. But yeah, he goes for one of the overhead punches. Maya taps his forehead, and then he goes and like starts crying, and they have like this whole like thing where I think he's like she's trying to get him to let go of his past or something. It doesn't fucking work, and then he literally just runs away crying about, what did you do? What did you do to me? It's, how is that the Kingpin we knew? Is a man who goes away and runs away screaming and crying from his battles. Fuck you, Kevin Feige. I don't say this very often, and I don't even think it's Kevin Feige's fault, because I don't think he had much to do with the show, so I'll leave Kevin Feige out of it, because he wouldn't fuck up like this. Fuck you, whoever created Echo, for butchering my boy. My boy has no balls. The meme has come full circle. I just do not understand how Kingpin went from being this.
And you'll never really be with your one and only Vanessa ever again. Speak her name again. Go ahead.
And this. Or even this. To this. It's so upsetting to see my boy get butchered as badly as he has in the MCU. My man is no longer, I can't even say I'm hyped to see Kingpin again. I am hyped for the Daredevil show. That's because they've still done Daredevil right. And he was the one shining light in She-Hulk. He was, he had that fun little cameo in No Way Home, and he has a really cool fight scene in this. So they've done Daredevil right. I am still hyped for the Daredevil show for Daredevil. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not very hyped to see Kingpin, because Kingpin no longer seems like a reliable threat to to Daredevil. He does not seem like a threat to Daredevil. He can't even beat up a high school girl, which, maybe he's just growing and learns that isn't the way, but I would like to see a guy that's about to go toe-to-toe with Daredevil be able to at least beat up a high school girl with zero training. It's small things like that, or just not like the last time we've seen him, which will be this final episode of Echo. He runs away screaming and crying like a bitch, and I'm supposed to believe that this guy is a reliable threat to Daredevil. I'm sorry, I just am not hyped to see Kingpin anymore. I've dragged this video out long enough. I'm not going to drag it out anymore, because it's supposed to be a quick little video where I just wanted to rant about how bad the Echo show is. I see so many people going like, wow, this is a step in the right direction for Marvel, because they didn't make a joke every 5 seconds. I'm sorry, something just being a bit more serious does not mean it's good. This movie, or this show, sucks ass. It might be the worst thing in the MCU, which is surprising to say, because we just had Secret Invasion and She-Hulk. How you could top something worse than that when you have a show that could have been an easy hit with Kingpin and Daredevil returning is beyond my imagination, but this might be my new least favorite thing in the MCU. It is such a bad show. Don't watch it. It's awful. I'm still hyped for Daredevil because of Daredevil. I'm not hyped anymore to see Kingpin. If they pull the Return of Kingpin thing again, I'm done. I couldn't care less to see Kingpin again. Like, I'm sure he'll be better in Daredevil when you have people who actually understand the character working on it. As of right now, I'm not hyped to see Kingpin return in any future project or anything. So that's just my quick little rant on, consider this like a micro slosh scale, just kind of ranting at how bad I don't even think this deserves a score on the slosh scale. The slosh scale is above something of this shitty magnitude. Don't watch the show. It's awful. Why they even made an Echo show in the first place is like, everyone thought it before the trailers came out, and now that the show's actually out, I don't understand why some people are liking it, but it's awful. It is so bad. Do not watch it. Don't waste your time. They neutered my boy. Kingpin's dead. I'll be back soon with a DCEU tier list. Toodles.